downtown Fayetteville.
Certain ones with like walking down the strip with like nice background.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so
what am I pressing?
No, don't press nothing. Just point it. Keep going. Nice. Okay. You did.
3 hours.
Okay. Train that goes through the middle of town, and sign that shows that Sherman's army occupied this area. I'm thinking I like this too.
Is that cheap? And then the museum. That's what he just texted me.
Uh-huh.
You guys were down there, right? Yeah, I told them we're at downtown Fayetteville. From here?
Yeah.
So you just gotta cross.
Exactly, we gotta be real for it. Keep it up.
There you go, Charlie.
Oh, darn you. Oh, darn you. Let's hear it.
How old?
Come
on.
4 years.
4?
Oh, now you want to get shy.
Oh boy, he's getting shy.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your trip.
Oh, this closes at 2:30.
The Special Forces and Airborne Museum? Is that what it's called? Every flag has the name of a Special Forces operative. Book describes a little bit about each of the people. There he is.
Oh, really? Like you can't even enjoy 1 second. Here. Me and Mike, we ran on this track before. Yelling.
Let me see if I can find it. Tell them we're ready.
Where is he? He's out there with the, he's out there with the gun. Which one are we doing? The one directly in front of me? Yes.
Just to his left. Yeah. Okay, coming. Nice. We have stumbled across one of the jump towers, and we are taking Christina up there. Okay, here we go.
Mike, do you take a picture of me?
Dana, you have my phone? There we go. Okay, yeah, let me get this picture on the ground. Christina is going up first. Okay, here it is. They're locking in Christina for the jump.
Yeah, really.
Maybe this will inspire Diana.
No way. Absolutely not.
Okay,
Yeah.
Diana, there she is.
Give me one of like this. Oh, what? Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, ready?
Okay,
He's gonna come JMPI.
nice.
Good? Okay,
Well, I gotta say for Mike.
Oh, JMPI. Yes, sir. Yeah. Come on,
She
check
is.
me out. Let's
No, she's making sure that everything's good.
Done her butt.
see, so this is the test Mike did. Hold it. Squat. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm really short. I'm 5'1". What do you expect?
Closer to the ground. Alright.
Around?
This is pretty hilarious.
If I die, y'all are in trouble.
I don't know who signed me up for this. Hold it.
And we got lost trying to get over to the headquarters for the open house.
Hey, we got a maxed out package over here. Maxed out SGLI package.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you're taller than me. It's more awkward. I'm good. What are you doing with these?
Just hold him.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
There she goes.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Okay, hold them like this.
Don't look down.
Okay.
She goes. Climbing up.
You got her on the video?
I do.
I need to. Oh, wait, yeah. Let me
I
go.
do. There she goes. One level at a time. There we go. We got somebody up there. Getting ready to go. Christina's walking up. There she is. She is. Dana is up there getting ready to go. We can just get this young man to jump. Oh man, he went.
And then I'm stepping out with my right foot.
Okay. There she is.
And then stepping out with my right foot.
Climbs all the way up. She's ready to go.
No, I want to do this properly, okay? I'm being recorded.
Let's go, let's go.
Go!
Wait, wait. Keep going. 85 seconds. 85 seconds.
Yeah, where you at? Jump over. How many counting? Where?
Yay! Nice.
Right, guard. Guard.
Nice.
I got it. I got it.
She got it.
I guess I can get
Okay, Diana, if you're done, you're good. Okay, here she comes.
Good job, Bill. Make me proud.
Yay!
Are you really going to do it?
Yes.
You have to, let me save my,
Okay.
Not doing this again.
Absolutely. Here she is.
Now I know what my
Trucking back. Is your back hurting?
Did you not see me like whiplash like 10 times?
I did.
No, only here hurts. I'm fine.
Oh boy. Put her right into the med vac, guys.
You're good, right?
Record.
I'm very
where it
bad on
says
this.
record.
Okay.
And then you look in here and just don't zoom or anything. Just hold it like this.
Just hold it and follow him.
There they are. They are here. Now hold on one second. There they are. One of the famous 3rd Brigade Panther. Of the jump tower.
So I was standing with this for like 15 minutes.
It would have been an event. But since Christina ended up getting chafed up doing this
I'm in
thing.
pain. and then I jumped out, and you know you're supposed to have to do the spread eagle. Yeah. So the people that were supposed to catch me, they're like, oh shit. I was like, what? Catch me. I was like,
There's no way your mother's doing that.
they said go. I'm like, no, you need to wait. You need to wait. You gotta keep. Good job. I did good. See, did I have good form?
My daddy can
I
video.
got look how tangled up I got.
Daddy can video. Oh, that's me. That's my video.
Yeah, that's your.
So
That's your mother's video.
Look how bad I bounced. Look.
oh, you bounced so
I
bad
did get it.
because you're like nothing. You weigh like
These
nothing.
guys started to
I know,
walk
but you
in
did good, man.
Peak hour, which is the normal attack hour. So
Right.
they jump before everybody.
That's why the H minus.
Yes, they were also the first. The reason why that was because they had the most experience. They had 2 combat jumps before that jump. That was their 3rd combat jump, and they were the ones that did the first brigade regimental size airborne assault ever for the United States.
So,
And it was actually on Sicily.
is that right?
Like that-
It says it
that
right here.
was-
Is
yeah.
that why it's a Sicily jump thing?
No, that's why Sicily Drop Zone is the
So
first
first
ever
one?
because it was first, and then
That's why they
Salerno is Sicily, Salerno, and then Normandy.
So we have to go see all those places. Sicily, Salerno, and
We saw-
Normandy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You didn't see that, did you?
That is jumping Jim and like one of the fathers of the air.
Okay, so how is the 505th different from the 3rd Brigade Combat Team?
So the 3rd Brigade Combat Team is all lineage and history. The 3rd Brigade Combat Team, you have to understand back in the day, there weren't combat teams, there were just regiments. And in a regiment, you just had, like, a parachute infantry regiment had just infantry battalions, parachute infantry battalions.
Oh, I see.
And they got their support guys from other units. And what would happen is that like there'd be a sustainment brigade
Right.
or sustainment regiment, and they would send their guys out to support the infantry guys.
Right.
Where you have here, you don't have that. You have everyone in the same brigade at the same time. So everyone does the same training together, everyone deploys together, everyone bonds together as a team.
Got
So
it.
now, brigades and regiments. Yeah, I texted. Did you get his number?
Yeah, I got his number. I called him, he didn't answer. I was wondering if he came back in.
Yeah, keep him a call.
Okay, cool.
Alright, here, let me give him a call on that phone. So, you know, sustainment battalions
Right.
to this modular concept, which you have a brigade that has everything.
Got it.
I'm so proud of you. And then down the hallway, there's definitely more pictures as well too. So it's, and then over here, I know, over here you have all the older stuff.
I can use the electric, because it would be nice to read this stuff when you have a little bit of time.
This right here is for the best lieutenant, and this is for the best rifle squad. And they don't have the most recent one up here, but if you look, the crazy thing is, Second Lieutenant Michael E. Carilla is now Major General Michael E. Carilla, who is the division commander. Right?
Oh, that's so
Wow.
fun.
This guy is a battalion commander over in like 1st Brigade, and this guy is like also another battalion commander.
Oh, is
over
that
in,
right?
like- yeah, so
So
like
these guys you can tell, yeah.
these guys have done very well.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like a lot of these guys have done very well.
But the best one, Mike. Oh, leaping.
At the engineering building. It is Tuesday, May 23rd. We're going in. Check on the ceremony. Oh, Mike's here.
Ever approved as the brigade's official crest, this symbol, unfamiliar to many, was a source of pride for Panthers during World War II. In the ensuing years, the Panthers would jump into Sicily, Salerno, Normandy, and Holland. They would exhibit courage all across the European theater of operations, from Naples to Normandy to the Ardennes Force. While the D-Day operation made famous the current motto, H-, you could argue that the unofficial motto, Ready, so used by the original Panthers, remains so much more relevant today in response to the Tet Offensive, where they remained for 22 months. Their readiness include 1971, during an anti-government protest in D.C., 3rd Brigade was sent to secure major infrastructure and maintain order. In 1980, as thousands of Cuban immigrants were brought to Fort Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania, to resign, one company, A Company, 3rd Battalion, 505th, filling in as with the DRB-1,
was killed in action while serving in Beijing, Iraq, on October 21st, 2006. Today we honor his mother, Miss Betty Jean Tidwell, his stepsister, Miss Pat Echevarria, his brother-in-law, Mr. Herman Echevarria, his stepfather, Mr. Al Tidwell, his grandmother, Miss Dorothy Kissinger, and his friend, Miss Christy Starkley. Specialist James Butts was killed in action while serving in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, on September 28, 2011. Today, we honor his son, Mr. William Butts, accompanied by his girlfriend, Miss Hannah Kohler. Second Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment. Sergeant Waddington Sanchez was killed during the March 23, 1994 Green Ramp accident that claimed the lives of 24 paratroopers on Pope Air Force Base, North Carolina. It was the worst peacetime loss of life suffered by the 82nd Airborne Division since the end of World War II. Today we honor his wife, Miss Lillian Sanchez, his daughter, Miss Elizabeth Sanchez, his grandchildren, Elijah, Isaiah, and Josiah, and his son, Mr. Amalek Sanchez, accompanied by his girlfriend, Miss Jancy Piano. 1st Battalion, 508 Parachute Infantry Regiment. First Lieutenant Salvatore Korma was killed in action near Zabul Province, Afghanistan, on April 29, 2010. Today we honor his mother, Ms. Gertrude Korma. First Sergeant Russell Bell was killed in action while serving in Kandahar Province, Afghanistan, on August 2, 2012. Today we honor his wife, Ms. Latoya Bell, his son, Mr. Gage Bell, his father, Mr. Jim Bell, his stepmother, Ms. Elizabeth Bell, his mother, Ms. Cynthia Holcomb, his stepdad, Colonel, retired, Stephen Holcomb, and his in-laws, Clifford and Constance Welch. Staff Sergeant Matthew Sidden was killed in action in Zari District, Afghanistan, on August 2, 2012. Today we honor his wife, Ms. Sarah Sidden, and his son, Mr. Brody Sidden. Sergeant Jesse Tilton was killed in action while serving in Kandahar Province, Afghanistan, on July 16, 2010. Today we honor his mother, Ms. Julie Magana, accompanied by her husband, Mr. Javier Magana. Specialist Joseph Riley was killed in action while serving in Kabul, Afghanistan, on November 24, 2014. Today we honor his parents, Rodney and Michelle Riley, his sister, Ms. Courtney Duncan, his grandparents, Bob and Judy Etheridge, his uncle Chip and Aunt Marcy, and his cousins Logan, Dre, Graham, and Bryn Wagner. Fifth Squadron, 73rd Cavalry Regiment. Specialist Michael Rodriguez, a fourth-generation soldier, was killed in action near Sadat, Iraq, on April 23, 2007. Today we honor his father, Mr. George Rodriguez, accompanied by his girlfriend, Michelle Lane, his brothers, Isaiah and Eli Rodriguez, his mother, Ms. Lori Sutherland, his stepfather, Mr. Eric Sutherland, his stepsister, Katie Sutherland, accompanied by her fiance, Brandon, and his nephew, Mr. Shane Sutherland. The 82nd Brigade Support Battalion. Sergeant Matthew Sandry was killed in action in Fallujah, Iraq, on March 20, 2004. Today we honor his parents, Robert and Annette Sandry, his sister Lydia, and his brother Blake. Third Brigade Combat Team Headquarters. Lieutenant General James Gavin served as a 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment Commander during World War II. Today we honor his daughter, Miss Barbara Gavin Fauntleroy, accompanied by her husband, Mr. Clancy Fauntleroy. We will now recognize the volunteers of the quarter. Please move in front of the podium when your name is called. Remain until all the volunteers have been called. First, the 319th, Chelsea Farley.
2 weeks old.
82nd DSB, Casey Vogel. Brigadier General Matthew McFarland. General McFarland served as the Assistant Operations Officer for 3rd Brigade Combat Team for a year and as the Alpha Company Commander, 2nd Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment for 14 months, where he deployed in support of Operation Allied Force and Joint Guardian, Albania and Kosovo. General McFarland continues to assist 3rd Brigade Combat Team as the Deputy Commanding General of Operations for the 82nd Airborne Division. Command Sergeant Major Wayne Lawrence, accepting on his behalf, is Command Sergeant Major Herbert Gill. Command Sergeant Major Lawrence served as a mortar sergeant in 2nd Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, and as the Command Sergeant Major for the 1st Battalion, 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment. He is a combat-tested and proven warrior who epitomizes the total soldier concept and was the standard bearer for paratroopers in both 1st to 508th PIR and the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment. Staff Sergeant, retired, Don Jakeway, accepting on his behalf is Sergeant Major Stephen Noonan. Staff Sergeant Jakeway was a member of Hotel Company in the 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment during World War II. During his time in the 508th PIR, Staff Sergeant Jakeway participated in the airborne operations for the invasion of Normandy and Operation Market Garden in Holland. Staff Sergeant Jakeway was also a participant in the Battle of the Bulge in Belgium. Command Sergeant Major Basil Plumley, accepting on his behalf is Command Sergeant Major Eric Oakes. Command Sergeant Major Plumley served as a member of the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment from 1943 to 1946. During his time in the regiment, he participated in 4 combat parachute assaults to include Sicily, Salerno, Normandy, and Holland. Following his time in the 505th PIR, he completed a 5th combat parachute assault with the 187th. He went on to fight in Vietnam as Command Sergeant Major, where he stood up and validated the combat application of air assault forces, famously in the Ai Drang Valley. He was a lifetime mentor to soldiers, and he served as a founding member of the National Infantry Museum. Command Sergeant Major Plumley passed away on 10 October 2010 at the age of 92. Chaplain, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Jedicke. Chaplain Jedicke served as a 3rd Brigade Combat Team chaplain from January 2008 to June 2010. Included in that time was a 12-month deployment to Iraq, where Chaplain Jedicke had supervisory responsibility for 9 battalion UMPs. As a result of his exemplary service, both while as a brigade chaplain and prior, he's been selected for assignments of increasing responsibility and scope. From 2010 to 2013, he served at the United States Army Chaplain Center and School as the Chaplain Basic Officer Leader Course Developer and Manager. He was then selected as the 7th ID Chaplain, and following that, served as the ForceCom Plans, Ops, and Training Chaplain. He now serves as the Deputy 18th Airborne Corps Chaplain.
Attention to orders. In recognition of outstanding contribution to the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment and the 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 82nd Airborne Division, these paratroopers are hereby recognized as distinguished and honorary members of the regiment, given under the hand of Colonel Gregory B. Benoit at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, this 23rd day of May 26, 2017. Signed, Peter L. Jones, Brigadier General, USA, Chief of Infantry.
We will now recognize, please be seated. You're welcome. We will now recognize the veterans that are present here today. As we identify your era, please stand to be honored. The 1940s, World War II. The 1950s, the Cold War. The 1960s, Operation Powder Pack, Dominican Republic, Detroit, the Tet Offensive in Saigon, Vietnam. The 1970s, exercises in Republic of Korea, Turkey, and Greece. The 1980s, Operation Urgent Fury, Grenada, Operation Golden Pheasant, Honduras, Operation Just Cause, Panama. The 1990s, Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Iraq. Hurricane Injury Relief in Homestead, Florida. Operation Noble Anvil, Kosovo, Macedonia. Operations Safe Haven and Safe Passage, Panama. The 2000s, Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. Operation Iraqi Freedom, Iraq. Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans. Unified Response, Haiti. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the benediction to be given by Chaplain Madison.
Receive now this benediction. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, be gracious unto you, and give you peace. Amen. Amen. Go in peace.
You see them over there? That car just stopped.
Oh yeah, he's coming. He's not going to come speeding in. Oh, he is going pretty fast. Wow. That's interesting. I never would have expected to see it come rolling through like that.
Came pretty fast, Dad.
Okay, it is Wednesday, May 24th. We are back at the Airborne Special Forces Museum. This statue is Iron Mike, and they have a run each year from Iron Mike at Fort Bragg to Iron Mike here at the museum in Fayetteville. They're expecting for Memorial Day Vietnam Wall to show up. I don't know what they're doing over here. I think these are volunteers helping for the arrival of the wall. Okay, so here we go. 505th. That's interesting. A test platoon of Diana. With that one guy we met yesterday, who I met coming in, was of original 101st Airborne, landed in Normandy. Michael has been in these two. These are the most famous.
What did he say?
Oh, they're all famous.
The Screaming Eagles, 82nd.
Oh, I wonder if... There we go. Because this guy has Jump Master, but I'm not sure he has enough jumps for that badge. Air Assault. What's that? Oh, the rotor for helicopter. I walk down.
This stuff is so weird, like it's kind of scary.
This is like the inside of the plane. Oh, look at this. The plane up in the ceiling.
5 minutes. We do ask that you start moving towards your seats. We also ask at this time that you place the electronic devices you have outside of the library.
Commanding General of the 82nd Airborne Division, Major General Eric Perillo, and the Division Command Sergeant Major, Sergeant Major Michael Green, paratroopers past and present. Welcome to the 82nd Airborne Division's 2017 Memorial Ceremony. In its 100th year, the 82nd Airborne Division reflects the legacy of a century of service as America's Guard of Honor. The color guard, ushers, and firing party for today's ceremony are from the 1st Brigade Combat Team, 127th Airborne Engineer Battalion. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Lieutenant Colonel Joseph R. Geary, commander of the 127th Airborne Engineer Battalion. Please rise for the playing of the national anthem by the 82nd Airborne Division Band and remain standing for the invocation by the 82nd Airborne Division Chaplain, Colonel Griffin. Join me in prayer. Almighty God, we gather on these hallowed grounds to once again memorialize and to demonstrate our respect to our fallen brothers in arms. On this solemn gathering, we are reminded of the Hebrew proverb, "Say not in grief he is no more, but live in thankfulness that he was." Oh God, our hearts are filled with sadness for the men and women whose names have been etched into these marble monuments. But we continue to offer daily thankfulness for the sacrifice that they have given so that we might live in peace and protection. I pray that this ceremony would serve to remind us afresh of the price that freedom cost. And may we never forget the sacrifice paid by these warriors and their families who we gather to honor this day. I offer this prayer in your mighty name. Amen.
Please be seated. Sergeant Major and Mrs. Schroeder, Lieutenant General Miller, Lieutenant General Donahue, Major General Cameron. We also recognize that we have former division commanders
Command Sergeant Major of the 82nd Airborne Division, with us today. Suffering 1,498 casualties while contributing to the defeat of the German army in France. Representing paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division of World War II, Mr. John Fayetville, participated in the Airborne Special Forces on D-Day. Salerno, Normandy, and Holland. Paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division won German attacks during the Battle of the Bulge and captured the 23rd German Army victims in the Central European campaign. During 442 days of combat, the All-American scored 22,000 casualties, including 3,228 deaths. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division in the Dominican Republic is Mr. Bob Peters. In April 1965, the All-Americans were alerted in response to the Civil War raging in the Dominican Republic. Spearheaded by the 3rd Brigade, the 82nd deployed to the Caribbean. Peace and stability were restored when the rebel guns were silenced. The All-American Division set the conditions for free and open democratic elections in the Dominican Republic. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division killed in Vietnam, the Sergeant First Class retired Les Hayes. The division's 3rd Brigade, the Golden Brigade, was deployed to Chu Lai in February 1968 in response to the Tet Offensive, which swept across the Republic of Vietnam. The brigade performed combat duties in the 1st Corps sector of the Hu Phi Bai area. Later, the brigade was moved south of Saigon, fighting battles in the Delta, the Iron Triangle, and along the Cambodian border. After serving nearly 22 months in Vietnam, the Golden Brigade paratroopers returned to Fort Bragg on December 12, 1969. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division who served in Grenada is Sergeant Retired Harry Shaw. In October of 1989, the division sent forces to the Caribbean island of Grenada to rescue American citizens and help restore order. Division paratroopers quickly suppressed communist hostile fire while capturing many Cuban soldiers and vast stocks of Soviet-supplied weapons and munitions. Division units redeployed to Fort Bragg in late December of 1983. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division in Panama is Mr. Gary Rezevic. On October 12, 1989, the 82nd conducted its first combat parachute assault since World War II onto Torrijos Tacumen International Airport, Panama, as a part of Operation Just Cause to oust that country's dictator. After the night airborne insertion and seizure of the international airport, the 82nd conducted combat air assault missions throughout the country. The All-Americans returned to Fort Bragg on January 12, 1990. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division in Southwest Asia is Mr. Patrick Kennedy. The division deployed to Saudi Arabia on August 8, 1990 to deter further aggression by Iraqi armed forces. During the 100-hour ground war, the 82nd drove deep in Iraq, capturing thousands of Iraqi soldiers and tons of equipment, weapons, and ammunition. After the liberation of Kuwait, the 82nd redeployed to Fort Bragg, with most of the division returning by the end of April 1991. Representing the paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division in the Global War on Terror are Sergeant First Class Abramson, Sergeant First Class Hodgson, and Specialist Davis. The 82nd Airborne Division has consistently deployed to combat in Iraq and Afghanistan ever since 2002. The division deployed to Afghanistan on June 24, 2002 in response to the terrorist threat worldwide and has conducted combat operations in Afghanistan on multiple deployments over the last 14 years. In February of 2003, the division deployed to Kuwait in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. The division conducted combat operations throughout Iraq through 2011. Paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division have been deployed to Iraq to support Operation Inherent Resolve since 2014. The 82nd Airborne Division remains engaged in the global war on terror. Right now, 2nd Brigade, 82nd Airborne Division has approximately 1,700 paratroopers deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. Meanwhile, 1st Brigade's 3rd and 73rd Cavalry has approximately 300 paratroopers deployed to Afghanistan. Another approximately 1,500 paratroopers from the Delta Brigade will deploy to Afghanistan next month. The paratroopers laying the wreath today are the Division NCO of the Year and Soldier of the Year from the 82nd Airborne Division.
Sergeant First Class Hodgson of the 1st PCT, and Specialist Davis of HHBN. Jumpmaster of the Year, Sergeant First Class Aronson of 3 BCT, will also be representing the 82nd Airborne Division as the wreath is carried forward to the memorial.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in observing a moment of silence in honor of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. We'll now sing the last full measure of devotion and Amazing Grace.
Brought upon by chance or by desperate circumstance, the fading ultimate sacrifice. A grateful nation bows its head in sorrow, and it begs your guarantee not tomorrow. Measure of devotion, that's what they gave to the cause. The last full measure of devotion, and though they cannot hear our applause, we honor them forever and keep alive their stories. Pay tribute to their lives and give them all the glory. Beyond the call of duty were their dreams. The last full measure of devotion, they gave their life to serve the greater need. And for those who did survive and came back home alive, they joined praise with comrades who were slain. And highly resolved, most highly resolved, he said, shall not and highly resolved, most highly resolved, shall not die in vain. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I once was blind, but now I see.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Commanding General of the 82nd Airborne Division, Major General Eric Krillin.
Good afternoon and welcome. Gold Star families, families of paratroopers killed in training, distinguished guests, all Americans. On behalf of the entire 82nd Airborne Division, thank you all for attending today. Thank you all for everything you do to honor our fallen warriors. You honor us today with your presence. It was President Abraham Lincoln that stated that a nation that does not honor its heroes will not long endure. Honoring our heroes is exactly what we are here to do today. Those of us gathered here today and throughout this week share a terrible secret. We know the contributions of this division over the past 100 years come at an awful price. We know that freedom, democracy, and the defeat of evil is paid for in blood. Thinking about that shared secret and about the names honored on these stones gives perspective. I am often reminded that in today's American society, they place the wrong people on a pedestal. You see, society's heroes are too often someone who can catch a football for $24 million or someone who can sing a song better than the next. This past year, our nation honored the deaths of actors whose adult lives were spent committed to pretending to be someone else in a fictional script. This past year, we watched news anchors mourn pop singers who died of drug overdoses. Well, those of us gathered here today and throughout this week share that terrible secret that we know the contributions of this division to freedom, democracy, and the defeat of evil over the past 100 years have come in